to the Real Estate Corner. I'm your host, Shad Bogany. I'm here every Tuesday from 6:15 to 7:15. I know it is raining out there. It's flooding in some areas. Be careful. Keep us on 1360 at 96.9 or 1360 AM. We have an open line tonight, and so anything that you'd like to talk about in real estate, please don't hesitate to give us a call. The numbers here are 281-837-2222. Those who are letting us come into your living room on Saturday morning and Sunday evening, thank you for watching us on Iconic TV 15.10. The numbers here again are 281-837-2222. My name is Shad Bogany. I'm here every Tuesday. I am a broker associate with Better Homes and Gardens, Gary Green. We are out of the Bel Air office, but we work the whole city of Houston. Having this radio show, having this TV show gets us calls from all over the city. And being a native Houstonian, it doesn't hurt to know all the different parts of the cities. The number again is 281-837-2222. This show is an open line. I want to thank Chris Compton for being on the show last week. You got to the 15th in Houston for your filing your protest. Whether you decide to protest or not, you need to get it filed. Also, if you're in Fort Bend County, I think it's 16th. It's May 16th to file that. The numbers here again are 281-837-2222. And once again, I want to thank Chris Compton for being on the show last week. I hope you guys got a lot out of his information that he gave you. He gave you some good stuff. Numbers again, 281-837-2222. This show is brought to you by Prosperity Bank and American Title over at 5802 Val Verde. And we've got, I won't say a sponsor, but somebody who's advertising with us, and I'm just happy as a lark for it to be happening, is the Buffalo Soldier National Museum. They're going to be coming on through Father's Day, just talking about what's going on there, and more importantly, some of the events that are happening there. The numbers again, 281-837-2222. Give us a call. All our lines are open. And if you're first time listening to this show, you can catch us on 96.9 FM or 1360 AM, or you can go to kwwj.org. And on that site, click on the blinking radio tower, and you can get streaming audio anywhere in the world. The numbers here again are 281-837-2222. Follow us on our social media accounts. We've got a Facebook page, Shad Bogany page. Please like the page. Please go out on my Shad Bogany page, or the Real Estate Corner. The show has a page, and we have lots of information that we put on those pages for you to know. Some of the things that you hear on this show, you will see there in writing. Also, go to our website, the team, www.shadboganyteam.com. We've got a great team. We've got John Johnson. We've got Tia Coleman. We got Dr. Danielle Reese on our team. We've also on our team, as we move forward, we've got the great producer Jermaine Johnson. Jermaine Freeman, man, I've got Johnson's in my mind. Jermaine probably laughing now, but Jermaine Freeman on our team, who's also our producer here at KWWJ 1360. So that is our team. And to wrap it up on the administrative side, we've got Ethel Bellinger and we've got Lori Tomasello. I'd like to send my prayers out to the family of Selvin Butler. Mr. Butler was a longtime customer of mine for many years, at least over 20-some years. He was a customer, his family, with Shad Bogany and the team. And I just want to send my prayers out to Miss Butler and let her know that I know Mr. Butler has been going through a whole lot over the last few years, and now he's at peace, and I just want to give you my condolences, your whole family, your daughter, who I've met on a couple of occasions. I just want to say, please have my prayers and condolences to the Selvin Butler family. The numbers here again, 281-837-2222, 281-837-2222. All our lines are open. Give us a call. one of the first things I'd like to talk about today, and just throw this topic out to you, and we're going to give a lot of stats tonight, tell you what's happening in the Houston area, peel back the onion a little bit. There was an article in Sunday's Chronicle on the front page on how investors are buying up the properties from 250 and below, depending on the neighborhoods. If the homes are in really good condition, it's making it very hard for first-time home buyers to be able to purchase a property, because if the house has been on the market a few days, those investors are writing checks. Well, a lot of these investors are out using a new app that came out, and this app helps them evaluate the property. Now, the app also doesn't cost the investors anything. It just gives them what the house may rent for, what it may sell for, if it's fixed up or updated, so on and so on. And this app does charge the buyer or the investor once they have the app on their phone. If they purchase the property, then they pay a fee to the app company. Lots of things. So you, as a first-time home buyer or anybody trying to buy a house that's affordable, you're tired of renting, it makes it extremely, extremely difficult for you to be able to purchase a house. Interest rates have some of the lowest since 2016. We've had fairly low rates. I think I'm getting quotes from Freddie Mac at 4.2%, 4.20. Interest rates right now. So rates have gotten down low, and as we'll talk later as we move forward, I'll give you some numbers on what's happening in the market. Let me give the phone numbers out again. 281-837-2222. A lot of times I get rolling, and I want to wish all the mothers who are listening to me, and for those who are watching us on Saturday morning and Sunday evening, happy Mother's Day. I'm doing it up front because I get so caught up into what I'm doing, sometimes I forget if I don't make a note there. So the Chronicle had the other day about the Millennium Report, that Houston is the #1 place for millennials. Denver was second. Dallas was third, and Denver and Dallas was very close there. Seattle came in #4, and Austin came in #5. And this is where millennials are moving to. Houston's the #1 place for millennials. So if you are a builder out there and you're trying to determine where you're going to build, what you're going to do, you might want to do a little survey or do a little research on what millennials are wanting. Most of them are saying they want smaller houses. They don't want to spend all their money on houses. They want to be in a very convenient area. Those are some of the things that I'm hearing from the millennials out there. Let's talk about the cities that lost millennials who are not going there. New York, city of New York, lost over 38,000 millennials last year. 38,000 moved out of New York. Probably a lot of that had to do with the cost of living and housing. LA, Chicago, San Diego, Miami lost anywhere between 7,000 to 19,000 millennials. So the millennials today are not wanting to go to those cities of LA, Chicago, San Diego, Miami, simply, and I would probably say the biggest issue on those cities is probably the cost of living. Cost of living, is probably the biggest thing. Now, what was kind of funny to me is that Seattle housing cost is fairly high. Austin housing cost is fairly high. But when you compare it to LA, Chicago, San Diego, and Miami, it's affordable. So, but that's what's happening. The predominant people moving to Harris County right now is people from California. They are the predominant people, and once again, the cost of living here is a lot cheaper than it is in California. The numbers again, 281-837-2222. Let's move into, and while I'm on these statistics, let's move into some statistics I wanted to talk about last week. And I didn't get a chance to do that, but I wanted to just kind of throw out some numbers. I got this from the Texas Realtors Association. The median age of a seller is 56 years old in the city of in Texas as a whole. Normally, people are staying in Texas in their homes at least 10 years. in 2018. That's up from 2008 when it was 6 years. And we always used to say people turn their homes over every 6, 7 years. Now it's gotten up to 10 years. A lot of that probably has to do with home prices. Also, that has to do with lower interest rates. Why would you give up your low rate for a higher rate and a higher price on a home? As far as buyers out there, the buyers out there are expecting to live in their new homes at least 12 years. Medium buyers visit at least 10 homes before they decide to purchase one. The medium home price in Texas right now is $263,500. 11% of buyers paid above the asking price. 11% paid above the asking price. 29% paid at least full price. So you've got basically 40% of the market who paid more or paid the price that was listed. So a lot of you buyers who are out there who are simply coming in and saying, hey, you know, I want to discount this house, I want to lower the price, more than likely you're not going to get that home if you're out there discounting the house at that point in time. Who's buying houses out here? 68% are married couples, 15% are females, 9% are single males, 5% are unmarried couples, and 3% of others. But married couples, 68% of you are buying homes. And it may become because home prices have risen and you need both incomes a lot of times to qualify when you start adding in all the debt, student loan debts out there in the marketplace. 29% of you guys in the state of Texas purchased new homes. 29% of you purchased new homes. And that may roll over to why Houston is leading the country in new home starts. Houston, let me say that again. Houston is leading the country in new home starts, along with Dallas, which is following up on a close second there. Medium home age of buyers, 46 years old. Buyers under 35 make up 25% in the market. First-time home buyers, 33% of the market. Medium home search, 10 weeks out there. And probably the reason that in 2008 it was 8 weeks, the reason it's 10 weeks is probably lack of inventory. First-time home buyers have gone down from 44% in 2008 to 33%. Medium under 35 has gone from 36% down to 25%, and medium age in 2008 was 41, and medium age of buyers are 46. People are taking a little bit longer to buy out there. Numbers again, 281-837-2222. This information was provided by the Texas Realtor Association. Well, they renamed it from Texas Association of Realtors to Texas Realtors. And so this was their fact sheet. I was at a meeting with them last week and got an opportunity to see all this good information in regards to that. Let's talk a little bit about, and I'm going to zero in on real estate in 2018, which kind of, I always believe the history tells the numbers of the future. And so when we get into, and I wanted to just kind of hit on some of these numbers here for you so you get kind of an idea. And I'm going to start off, last week we talked about how people in rich neighborhoods are not their homes are not going up in value, but we also showed you that people who live in neighborhoods that are medium income, low income, values are actually for taxing purposes are going up at a much higher rate, almost 10 times what somebody in a rich neighborhood goes up. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back with the Real Estate Corner, I am going to hit on those topics and hit those neighborhoods and just kind of give you an idea of what's happening in the market. The numbers again, 281-837-2222. My name is Shad Bogany. If you're stuck in traffic, watch the high water, be careful, don't be texting. It's okay to listen to the radio because I'm on, but don't be texting at all at this point in time, simply because you need to keep your hands on that steering wheel and you need to keep your eyes on the road with it being slick as it is. Be right back with the Real Estate Corner.
Thinking about buying or selling, real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Get survey, put a home on the market, review the net sheets, taxes, advice on financing, homestead exemptions, advice on insurance, what kind of mortgage, inspections, considering offers, negotiations, submitting an offer, how good are the schools, down payment assistance, title insurance, home warranties, closing costs, final walkthrough. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call, Shad Bogany.
Hi, welcome back to the Real Estate Corner. I'm your host, Shad Bogany. Thank you for allowing us to come into your living rooms this morning. If you're watching us on Iconic TV 15.10 and you're checking us out Sunday evening at 8 p.m. Also, if you're driving home, you're catching this show live. You can also go to our YouTube channel and subscribe. Please go out to our YouTube channel and subscribe. All our shows are repeated on the channel there. One of the numbers I wanted to share with you, and I didn't, I kind of talked a little bit about the review of 2018. At median price was 233,000 in 2018 in the state of Texas. Active listings that were available in the state of Texas, almost 102,000. Average days on the market, 58 days, which was unchanged from the previous year. 77% of the homes that were sold in Houston, greater Houston area was from 400 to 100,000. That was the bulk of the homes that were being sold in Harris County. Fort Bend County. Let's go and take a look at the Fort Bend area, which I think is really, really important because of the growth there. In Fort Bend County, the price of homes are almost 78% was from 400 to 100 to 400,000 in Fort Bend County. And so one of the things I thought was real interesting demographics wise, did you guys realize that 87% of the population in the state of Texas is east of I-35 running, and that's incredible. Now, let's take in consideration that if you've got a triangle, you've got Dallas, Austin area up at the top. You've got simply San Antonio down at the four corner, and then you go over to Houston on that area. 87% of the population is in these east of 35. So the area of the state that's growing the most is that area. The area of the state that's losing population is the rural communities. But I will tell you something I noticed politically. The rural communities are really running the state. It's not really the major cities. And that's kind of unusual because if you look at a lot of the legislation, it is all related a lot of times to the rural communities that come out of Austin there. Just an observation. I'm sure some people would disagree with me, but just an observation there. 14% of the people who bought houses in Harris County paid over the sales price. 14%. So if your realtor is saying, hey, it's got multiple offers, do you want to bid over the price? Do you want to keep your offer the same? I'm going to tell you, if the house is affordable and you're dealing against investors, you've got to make the numbers look where the investors can't buy it. Then on the flip side of it, if the house will have to appraise for whatever value you decided that you put on that particular home. Now, buyers, be careful out there because there's a new addendum out there that says if the house does not appraise, you're going to pay the difference in price. So be careful out there when you're negotiating because normally the appraisal is going to be the neutral area of that. So let me roll back over and get into right quick what I wanted to talk a little bit about. we were talking about last week, we were talking about how homes in rich areas don't go up in value on the appraisal district, and homes in low to middle income areas do. So the top 2018 neighborhoods and areas per square foot is River Oaks, up 13%. But if you notice, when I was naming out those River Oaks addresses and homes, 1%, 2%, one went down in percent. East Beach, Galveston was second in the area per square foot. West U came in. Actually, West U came down 0.2 of a point. Memorial Villages came down 4.9%. They were number 4. Now, I would think the reason Memorial Villages were down because they had a lot of flooding over there. And I'm willing to bet that took a hit on those home values over there. Highland Village, Mid-Lane, that's over near the Galleria, up 17% on their per square footage. Briar Grove was next. Afton Oaks came in, then Garden Oaks. And then Tanglewood was down 5.8%, which is kind of unusual because Tanglewood's a great location. Rice and Museum District was up 14%. Those were the top 10 neighborhoods in price per square foot in those general areas. One other thing that I always like to talk about, homeowners, what do they spend on an average of their income in housing costs? And people, when you're trying to determine if you're going to buy a house or you're going to rent, what are you spending in your income? Well, 20.9% of you spend, that's the majority of your income that goes on housing costs when you own a home. Let me repeat that again. When you own a home, you spend 20.9% of your income on owning a home. Now, when you're renting, you're spending 29.3% of your income on rent. Now, a lot of that has to do, in my opinion, they've gotten a little strict on the lending side, and you can go rent an apartment for $1,500, $1,600 a month, $2,000 a month for 1,000 square feet near downtown, but they don't look at your student loans, where when you're buying a house, you look at your student loans. And I would venture to say renters have more renting power because they are willing to put them in those high, expensive rentals with 29% of your income. So if you're renting, you're actually spending more money of your income on renting than people who own their own home. The majority of people who are buying homes in the greater Houston area is right at 23%, 45 to 54-year-olds, 35 to 44-year-olds come in at 20%. One thing I thought the boomers are slowing down. They're only 10% of them are homeowners there. And a home ownership rate in Fort Bend County, 78%. It is the highest of all the areas in the greater Houston area. 78% of the people in Fort Bend County own their own home. Montgomery County came in at 71.2%. Galveston County came in at 66%. Overall, the home ownership rate in the state of Texas is 62%. And we're considered one of the most affordable states in the country. In the Houston Woodlands greater MSA, 60% of you guys own your own home, and in Harris County, 54.8%. Now, I'm going to throw this out. African Americans, you at 42%. And so you can see that the disparity between home ownership and the African American community is quite a huge gap. And Hispanics are probably at 43, 44%. It's not much better, but it's better in home ownership. This is why we do this show. We do this show to try to help you understand the marketplace. Guys, as we move forward here, that's my information in regards, and I wanted to kind of stay in statistics side. Well, I'm through with the statistics. You know, we've talked earlier about Mother's Day, but this is the first time I've seen something being put out on Father's Day. The Buffalo Soldier Museum is having a Father's Day brunch, so I'll need you guys to save this date. I'm going to be there. I'm going to take my father. So if he's listening, you know where you're going for Father's Day. They're having a Father's Day brunch, June 16th, 2 seatings, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. The price of the ticket is $60. Children 10 and under, $30. They're going to have live entertainment, a cash bar, a cigar vendor, museum tours, exotic cars there, motorcycle showcase, men's health providers will be there at the Buffalo Soldier National Museum, 3816 Caroline, Houston, Texas, zip code 7704. For more information on this, go to www.buffalosoldiermuseum.com. Let me give it to you again, www.buffalosoldiermuseum.com. This is different. And it's an opportunity to go and walk through the museum, preserve history. I will tell you, I've got a couple of Buffalo Soldier jackets and Tuskegee jackets. When I walk through an airport and I have one of those, everybody comes up to me, I love your jacket. Where can I get that jacket? Well, you can do this at their gift shop. They've got all those jackets and hats and everything, but this is going to be special. Father's Day brunch, June 16th, 2019. They're going to have 2 seatings, 10 a.m. and 1 p.m. and ticket prices are $60. Children under 10, $30. Men's health providers are going to be there. Museum tours, exotic cars, motorcycle showcase, cash bars, live entertainment, and cigar vending. What better way to celebrate Father's Day than coming to this? And everything that they're going to have there are things that fathers, dads want to do, or favorite things to do. Is going to be at the Buffalo Soldier Museum. Numbers here again, 281-837-2222. All our lines are open. Give us a call. Let's get the callers in, 281-837-2222. We've got an open line tonight. Please give us a call, 281-837-2222. Open line, but I got lots of topics to talk about tonight. And I'm going to cover buyers, sellers, both of them. The numbers again, 281-837-2222. Guys, if you're looking for a title company to work with, you need to give Charlene Clancy a call over at American Title. Her number is 713-784-0006. 713-784-0006. If you're getting ready to sell a piece of property, you're refinancing your house, and this is which title company you want, Charlene Clancy over at American Title, 5802 Valverde. And as I've said over and over again, the most important thing with a title company is service. The state regulates the insurance side. So it's all about the title company's service. And because the insurance and escrow fees are pretty much all the same there. Numbers again, 281-837-2222. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with the Real Estate Corner. And I'm going to get in some topics that have come through to me through email. I'm going to explain them to you. I told the people who sent me the emails that I would do it over the air. I did send them an answer, but I said I'd also do it over the air. The numbers are again, 281-837-2222. My name is Shad Bogany. I'm here, host of the Real Estate Corner, the longest running radio show on real estate in this city. We're a granddaddy of them all. There are lots of Real Estate Corner shows, but this is the granddaddy. We've been on the air 28 and a half years. I hope you're being safe. I hope you're not driving in high water. We'll be right back with the Real Estate Corner.
Thinking about buying or selling, real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Get survey, put a home on the market, review the net sheets, taxes, advice on financing, homestead exemptions, advice on insurance, what kind of mortgage, inspections, considering offers, negotiations, submitting an offer, how good are the schools, down payment assistance, title insurance, home warranties, closing costs, final walkthrough. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call, Shad Bogany.
Back to the Real Estate Corner. I'm your host, Shad Bogany. You're listening to me on KWWJ 1360 AM and 96.9 FM if you're flipping through the dial. You can catch us on Iconic TV at 15.10 Saturday morning at 9 o'clock. And then you can catch us Sunday evening at 8 p.m. If you miss all of that, you can go to our YouTube channel, subscribe, and all our shows are there. Don't forget to go out and visit our website, www.theshadboganyteam.com. That's www.shadboganyteam.com. You can search for homes, our website. As soon as the homes will come on the market, it comes up on our website. It's updated. It's better than a whole bunch of websites that got national names that don't update as quick as my site does. www.shadboganyteam.com. So one of the questions I got from a caller was, what makes up a mortgage payment? The mortgage payment is made up of the principal. That's what you're paying, principal on back to the mortgage company, and interest. Principal and interest, and then you pay taxes and insurance are separate. And then you have something called the PMI, which is private mortgage insurance. And so those are what makes up your monthly payment. If you have a fixed payment, the only variable there, so if your interest rate is fixed at 4%, the only thing that's going to change is your taxes and insurance. And most of you guys pay no attention to your taxes and insurance. So if you've got an insurance policy, you want an HOB policy if you can. If you go to the big box companies out there, insurance companies, you will be charged more for an HOB policy. If you go to an independent agent, you'll get a lot better price on an HOB policy, but that's the best policy. Also on insurance, if you're buying a home, start shopping it around now. And I'm gonna tell you, don't get caught up into those bundles. Hey Shad, I've got my home insurance and my auto all bundled up and I'm getting a good deal. Well, unbundle them and look at what kind of deal you may be able to get. So don't get caught up in that on your insurance. You know, sometimes we wave these shiny little objects in front of you, and some of you are just like bundling up your cable and this and that and your phone, and unbundle a little bit and see how much money you save if you unbundle it. Numbers again here, 281-837-2222. Be wary when you see principal and interest being advertised as the monthly payment. I won't go into who the builders are that do that. I will just go and say you need to be careful when you see principal and interest and the little asterisk over to the side, and then in the little fine print that you can't read, and you get my age, you got to pull out a micro glass to look at that and be able to read it. Be careful. It's not about just principal and interest. You got taxes, you got insurance in there. So caller, I hope I answered that question for you when you sent me that email. How do you deal with inspections for buyers and sellers? So I'm going to give you both sides of it, both ways, so you get an idea of how to deal with the inspection with buyers. Buyers, you order your inspection typically when you have that option period on a resale home. You order your inspection. Don't wait till the last minute, because if you wait till the last minute and you pass through your option period, you just told the seller they don't have to do any repairs, okay? So you have an inspector come out, you go through the inspection list. Sellers don't fix everything on an inspection report. Plumbing, electrical. To me, the most important thing is roof. Foundation is most important. If the house is older, you might want to have the plumbing underground checked out for broken lines. But you might want to get a separate inspection on that. All right? Sellers, you get a list of repairs. Go through the list of repairs. Things that are important to the buyer, they're going to give them to you. Typically, that's going to be roof. That's going to be foundation. That's going to be central air and heat, because those are the major items. Sellers, if you're smart, you will pre-inspect your property, inspect it yourself, and then do the repairs. yourself. Then when you market and advertise your property, you market and says, my home was pre-inspected, all repairs are complete. These are the repairs that I did not do or not gonna do, and I'm giving you a home warranty. It puts yourself on the level of almost a new home, even though it may not be a new home. So sellers, and we're gonna talk a little bit about something I'm trying to paint this picture of that I'd like sellers to start thinking about when they're selling a home, and a lot of you guys forget about it. And you also forget that when you get ready to buy, you're on the other end, so you're being hard-nosed over here, and then when you go out there, somebody's hard-nosed for you, and then you're like, I don't understand. Just saying. Numbers again, 281-837-2222. Give us a call. All our lines are open. We'd love to talk with you. Give us a call, 281-837-2222. All our lines are open. Give us a call. I'm hearing thunder in the background. I'm hearing rain in the background. I'm hearing the rail in the background. All of this. I don't know if you're hearing it, but I'm hearing it as I sit here in the studio talking with you this evening. The numbers again, 281-837-2222. Give me a call. All our lines are open. We're talking real estate as we do here every Tuesday from 6:15 to 7:15. So let's get right into two trends to helping keep houses affordable. The interest rate is helping keep houses affordable right now. I won't say it dropped to new lows. What I will say, the interest rate is being artificially pushed down. We've never seen where the interest rate was held down when the economy is good. Typically, the markets are able to just work in a capitalistic society. I've seen interest rates when President Obama was president, where he held them down trying to jump kick the economy and get it moving. And then once the economy started moving, they started rising. Well, we now have a great economy and interest rates are being held down artificially now. So I don't know where that's gonna go. Wages have increased a little bit. I don't know if you, tell me if your wages increased. I still think the biggest thing about affordability, there's an income gap between the haves and the have-nots. Most of the earnings are on the top end, and the people who are doing all the work, the earnings are just not there. But wages, let's give them credit, have increased a little bit. Affordability surge, lower than anticipated mortgage rates, favorable demographics, housing demand, all of these have helped keep homes affordable. Average wage annual rate was up 3.2%. In March, substantially. 10 years ago, it was up 2.3%. These are the two factors contributing, which somehow gives you about $6,000 worth of additional housing buying power at the medium home price age. That's the type of buying power that you get. Bottom line, guys, low mortgage rates are back. If you've been listening to my show, I was telling you interest rates were going to go up. I also was telling you that I smelled a recession at some point, and maybe I was a little off there. What I will say is that as you deregulate and let businesses do what they want to do, raise interest rates on credit cards and do all the deregulation, you smog the air and you do all these things, history says that causes a recession. And I'm going to stand by it. I'm glad the economy is doing great right now. But anything left unchecked, eventually the wheels fall off the cart. And if you go through history and see every recession that we've had, it was because it was being left unchecked. And all of a sudden, deregulation, stocks were going everywhere, people were buying. Think about 08, 06, and 07. Interest rates they were giving to dead people. They were buying houses and stuff, and they were giving loans to them. And then all of a sudden, the interest rate started changing. But I want the economy to continue to get going, and I'm not being pessimistic. I'm just being realistic because I always look at the history because it tells me the future, and history truly repeats itself. Thing that I got the other day that somebody asked me online, and I've said this before, the things that can be negotiated in a home sale is purchase price, title company, closing costs, mortgage, contingencies, closing date, personal property, other expenses, home warranty, improvements, earnest money, possession, mortgage buy downs, and repairs. All of those items can be negotiated. Now, depends on how hot that house is. Some people throw all these items aside when they really want that house. They buy it. We'll do an inspection, but we're going to handle all the repairs. Or we're going to remove our contingency. Oh, I don't want a home warranty on the house. Oh, I'll close anytime you get ready to close. All of those things play a part when you're negotiating on a house. Numbers again, 281-837-2222. All our lines are open. Please give us a call, 281-837-2222. Give me a call. And the numbers again, 281-837-2222. Give me a call. All our lines are open. We're here at KWWJ 1360 and Iconic TV helping you get home. Like I said earlier, be careful out there as you drive. Don't go where water is deep. Be really, really careful. And there's a reason some people buy flood insurance, never knowing when they're going to need it. Make sure can't get it right now, but in the future, the best time to buy flood insurance is when you don't need it. Let's move into my other topic I wanted to talk about. Why access is one of the most important factors in getting your home sold. And if your home is not accessible, it may stay on the market a whole lot longer. What are the 5 levels of accessibility? Lockbox on the front door allows buyers the ability to go in the house, set an appointment, get a chance to go with their agent and see the house. Providing a key to your home. You'd be amazed if people says, oh, I've got to be at home when it's being shown. And that's not good for getting houses sold. Now you may say, hey Shad, it's a seller's market. They'll come and see when I see. Well, homes come on the market every day. And when the harder you make it to see your home, the longer it will stay on the market. Open access with a phone call. Some of you will say, if you don't get me, don't show it. If you're putting your house on the market, it is an inconvenience for you and your family. The quicker you get it sold, the less inconvenience it will be over that period of time. So the longer you drag it out, the less inconvenient it's going to be. But to put your house on the market and want it not to be an inconvenience, that is extremely hard. We're going to take a station ID and we'll be right back with the Real Estate Corner.
Thinking about buying or selling, real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Get survey, put a home on the market, review the net sheets, taxes, advice on financing, homestead exemptions, advice on insurance, what kind of mortgage, inspections, considering offers, negotiations, submitting an offer, how good are the schools, down payment assistance, title insurance, home warranties, closing costs, final walkthrough. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call, Shad Bogany.
Welcome back to the Real Estate Corner. My name is Shad Bogany. We just did a station ID and I was talking about the access is one of the most important factors of getting your home sold. The other thing is telling agents I need 24 hours before you can show, or I need 48 hours to know that my property is being shown. You got a lot of buyers are relocating here to Houston and they only got a short period of time. Sometimes they come in, they say, hey, it's lunchtime, let me go look at a house I saw online. You've got to make your house accessible. And I will tell you, the longer your house stays on the market, the less you will get. The key to getting your house sold for the most dollar is normally the shortest period that is on the market. And so my feeling is that if you start putting a lot of time frames, got to see it 24 hours, give me a 6 hour, I got to go home and put the dog up. Well, if you're putting your house on the market, guys, as I said earlier, it's going to be an inconvenience. So if it's going to be an inconvenience, make sure that your dog is already up. Make sure that all your lights are already on when you know you're going to show your house. Make sure if you got solar screens, you really should keep all your lights on all day and open all your windows. Nothing turns a buyer off more than a dark house. So make sure that that's being done. The last but not least, limiting to the access. You can only show it on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Any other days other than Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, it's not available to show. Only on the weekends, your house will stay on the market longer, and what I'm going to tell you is that in the end, you will get less for your house. Bottom line. Do not limit your access, guys, if you're really interested in selling it. So maybe you missed a good buyer who came through. You missed it. And the house that you wanted came on the market, but you didn't get yours sold. I'm just saying that you really need to look at the big picture of things. Last, but the other thing I wanted to talk about, sellers, adopting the buyer's frame of mind. Yeah, let's talk about it. Stop being possessive or obsessive with your house. My home to the buyer is their new home. Ultimately, you will benefit from the embracing of the shift. We get, let go of being obsessing about your house. It's not, when you put it on the market, you got to make sure that the buyer thinks it's their home. And so, what buyers in the market in this price range will spend for money at this point in time. Yeah, you put a bunch of upgrades, but those were for your enjoyment. Typically, you're not going to get all that money out. So embrace the buyer's perspective. If you embrace the buyer's perspective, you will sell your house quicker because it's no longer going to be. As I said earlier, millennials are moving here in droves. We're the #1 market for millennials. They represent a significant segment of the buyer's market out there. And so if your house is not ready to go and it's not a magnet for them to want to buy your house, it will sit on the market. What can you do to help with the step one, which is getting buyers inside your home, then make them fall in love with it? Make sure you got good photos. Your agent has done possibly videos or 3D videos, accurate information. How many of you actually go online and look at how your house is being portrayed? Because most buyers, especially millennials, are all watching homes on the internet. They can see 30, 40 homes on the internet. So if you've got a refrigerator there, that you've got the kids' drawings and recipes and the pizza place and all these magnets everywhere, look at that online sometime. Looks pretty cluttered. If you go in the kitchen and you got every device that you ain't used in a long time sitting on the countertop, it makes your kitchen look cluttered and you don't have enough counter space. So be aware that videos and photos are important. You can put at least 50 photos online. Agents can do this. Now, if they've got 10 or 12, or they took the pictures with their cell phone, I don't care how good photos with cell phones have gotten, they ain't gotten that good. So when you're looking at it, you really have to take a look. Or the pictures are dark. You can't see anything. You say, or you've got, let me check this out, dishes in the sink. Bed ain't made up. These are the things that keep your house on the market. I'm running out, but I got to get you to change your mind from an owner and being obsessed with your own home to what the buyer is looking at. No one knows your home as well as you do. So you might want to write out for your agent the benefits of your home. Man, I love the sunset on my porch. Wow, I can see the fireworks from here during 4th of July. Write off all your benefits of owning your home. Write them down and give them to the agent so they can display them or leave them on the countertop showing these are the benefits of buying my home. I just had my home inspected. I did all the repairs to my home. My home comes with the home warranty on my home. Lay it all out, lay it out. Most buyers would like to buy a brand new home. So your home will sell the quickest when it looks brand new. Everybody wants a brand new home. Everybody wants to bring their own dirt. As one buyer once told me, I want to bring my own things to the house. I don't want them to already be there. I want them to be mine. And so I'm sharing with you, make your home, first impression, clean up, freshen up with paint, repair the unsightly things, the things that were a defect, and you know they were a defect, and you go ahead and fix them. Imagine walking up to a home, you look at the front door, and the varnish is peeling off. You can see where they changed the lock and didn't clean. Come on, guys. Or they got a glass front door and you got a crack running across it. These are your first impressions of that home. So unless your home's got a really good school, it's the only home in the neighborhood for sale, and it's a really good school, low crime, if there's other competition out there, they're going to roll over to buying a brand new home. Most buyers are moving because they want more space. So I'm going to give you a little tip. Clean out your garage. Make it look neat. Stop piling everything in the closets. Yeah. Stop putting everything in the closet. Hey, Shad, my house ready to go. What I'm going to suggest that you do, go rent your space and put your stuff in. Make your house look large. Take the leaf out the dining room table. If you got that big sectional, take it down and make it look small. It's amazing how people go buy furniture first and then try to fit the house with the furniture. So you got this huge king-size bed, this triple dresser, 2 end tables, and a chest. Man, and you walk into the bedroom and you got to turn sideways to move everywhere you can. You open the closet up and stuff is everywhere. You go in the bathroom and you got your toothpaste. Everything is all over the place. Your towels are hanging here and there and all that. Make your house look like a new home. I'm just saying, you don't want people to think this is how it's going to look. And for those who have pools, they should be sparkling in blue, not green. Because what you're doing is telling the buyer that this is how it's going to look if you don't maintain it. And so, I don't want to deal with that. Make it inviting, guys. Make it inviting. Clean up your exterior, your flower beds. Get rid of all the clutter outside. If you got a dog in the backyard and he's made his little run around the dog, that little dirt trail that he made, put some grass there. You really, really want to remember that this is a buyer's home. You got to give it up if you want to sell it. Staging of the interiors. If you got a whole bunch of stuff on the wall. Now, I know I'm on KWWJ 1360, but I can tell you, walking in the house and seeing crosses everywhere, up and down the aisle, all over the dining room, it takes a little clutter. Or family pictures. I don't mind a family picture here or there, but when I got a wall of them, oh, I know that person. I know them. Oh, I think I go to church with them. I want them to look at your house. So guys, declutter it a little bit. I'm not for removing pictures. And I'm going to tell you, one of the things I see in my community a whole lot, can't show people that black people live here. I've sold a lot of houses with white people to black people homes all the time. So that myth I'm not for. If I've never walked in and you have a white painting or somebody white in the painting and their agent told me you need to take that down. No, but when in our community, we got black art up, we don't want to seem too ethnic here. And so my thing is, it's your home, taking those items down, you declutter yourself, but make it look nice. Have you ever walked into a model home for a builder? He has a picture here or there. He just doesn't have a wall full of crosses and a wall full of family pictures there. So be careful of that, stage your home, get rid of the clutter, the magazines and all that good stuff, and make sure your home smells good, especially if you got pets. especially because if I don't have a pet, the moment I open that door, I know you got a pet. Sellers, if you want to sell it, and make sure, and if you know that you have a pet that didn't like to go outside, you might want to have somebody really clean the carpet really, really good. And if you do a carpet allowance, because you don't want to do that, you're probably going to take a hit on value there. Get used to the idea that your family will be inconvenient. I told you that earlier. Be used to that. Power up for negotiations. Ask your agent, what have things been selling for around in my neighborhood? What did they look like? One down the street sold for like this is the same floor plan. Well, make sure they had granite. Do you have granite? Do you have laminated? Do you have tile floors or wood floors? Do they have a patio? Is the house landscape? Look at all that. Power up for negotiation, because these buyer's agents have gotten really, really good. They've gotten a lot of good training on that end, and they're looking at all that. Also determine what kind of strategies you're going to ask your listing agent, what kind of strategies he's going to use to sell your home. Make sure that that's done. If you have a dining room light kit and you love this light kit, a chandelier, for example, or it's an heirloom, take it down. If you don't plan to leave it, take it down and put up what's going to be there. Or if you like curtains, and I'm going to tell you, people who take curtains from houses, they normally don't fit the next windows that you buy. So you got them adjust. Is it worth taking them down and adjusting them down versus just getting new curtains to fit your new furniture? So my suggestion to you, anything that you're going to take or you are not including as an exclusion in the deal, go ahead and remove it from the house. Remove it from the house. And then put up what's going to be there, because then it may become a negotiating item. Only reason I love this house because I like the chandelier. Only reason I love this house because I like that big screen TV that's in the den. If you're not going to leave the big screen TV on the wall in the den, take it down, patch up the wall. And because you're just camping out. Just camping out till you get your house sold. Prepare to move quickly. Start looking out for storage places early. Looking at what kind of deals you can get for storage spots. Most of them will give you the first month free. So you got to shop around and look for storage or prepare for the worst. If time is crucial, factor getting your house sold, the longer it's on the market, the less you will get. First 30 days is the most important time. Let me see how much time we got. Oh, we're out of time. I'm going to have to save my other two topics when I get back. And there are going to be some good topics for you, some fun things here. If you want to buy a house on the beach, I'm going to tell you where the least expensive places in this country to buy those houses on the beach. Well, guys, thank you so much for listening and letting us come into your living room on the Real Estate Corner. My name is Shad Bogany. We're here every Tuesday from 6:15 to 7:15. Please send me your questions or give me a call. We're here to help you, whether it's buying, selling, whether it's working with new homes, picking the right mortgage. We'd like to bring a complete deal to the table for you. I do this every day. I understand it every day. I don't do onesies and twosies. I do 6s and 7s and 8s and 9s. So I've done a lot of transactions. So I know what to expect. And every once in a while I'm fooled, but not often. See you next week on the
Thinking about buying or selling, real estate can be a very complicated process. Finding one, how much can you afford? Get survey, put a home on the market, review the net sheets, taxes, advice on financing, homestead exemptions, advice on insurance, what kind of mortgage, inspections, considering offers, negotiations, submitting an offer, how good are the schools, down payment assistance, title insurance, home warranties, closing costs, final walkthrough. These are the pieces of the puzzle of home ownership. I'm the person who helps put it together and the glue that keeps it together. Give me a call, Shad Bogany.